I'd like to show you this website that I think might be a great addition for you to bookmark and use if needed for different things, such as um, adding text to a photograph or creating a banner. Specifically, we're all working on updating our school web pages and teacher web pages. So maybe you want to make a cute little banner for the top of your web page. So again, this is PicFont, PicFont.com. And let's get in there and I'm going to show you a few things that it does. All right, so right here you can see that you can upload your own photo. You can start with a model, which we'll see in just a minute when we get in there. Start with a random picture. I'm just going to go in and start with a blank canvas. So I have over here where it says create a picture. I can create what size I want my canvas to be, or I can choose from standard things like you can see the little icon for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, which would be a square. A Twitter header, a YouTube thumbnail. You can see so forth, all the different ones that you can choose from. I'm just going to go for maybe like a standard, um, let's do like, this looks good to me, like a banner for the top of a web page. And so I can see the area in white is my banner. And I made a mistake here by choosing something that's super long. I thought that was, looking right here, it's 728 by 90. Okay, so 96 pixels equals 1 inch. So I'm going to go in and definitely resize this. Let's go up to like, well, let's see. I'm going to uncheck keep ratio because I want it long, but not quite that long. Let's do, I don't know, 1,000 pixels that way, and let's look at maybe 500 for this way and resize, and that's a little bit better. Okay, so I think I want it to be a little bit even less tall, so I'm going to change this 500. Got to uncheck to keep the ratio. I'm going to change it to, let's do maybe 300, and I got to hit resize. That's perfect. I like that. Okay. All right, I'm going to get rid of the example and I want to show you some of the things that you can do with this. Okay, so you have your text right here, your gallery of images, your models. Okay, that was back on that other page I showed you a minute ago, the models, where it's already things. It's great for inspiration. If you don't know how you want to start off at all, you can look at some of the ideas here. Okay, and you can see there's 2 rows and a third row with just one of all of your different inspiration models that you can choose from. Going back over here to gallery, you can see a gallery here again of different background photos to choose from. I'm just randomly going all around here. And if you don't want to use a photo, you can close back out of there. Just go to a solid fill. So I could change my background to any color over here that you see. That's pretty. I like a dark color. Let's try that. Choose. And yes, looks like eggplant. Okay. So that's an idea. Again, you could use photos if you wanted to. Whatever you want to do, there's lots and lots of things you can do here. Okay. Um, so let's say I wanted to work on maybe a teacher banner for my class webpage. So maybe I want my name. Let's do Mrs. Curls. There's my text. And I want the size to be bigger. There it is. And let's see. I may want to let's change my font. And before I change my font, I'm going to go over here and do font preview. Now I can actually see what they look like. And there's tons and tons to choose from. I would hope you could find something. Ooh, no. Okay, that's cute, basic. All right, and so you can move it around. You can change your size, like we did a little while ago, and you can change your text color. I sort of like the black. You can also add different things to your text, like for example, shadow extra large. It puts a shadow that's extra large. Let's look at what it would look like. So you can see the big difference there. Okay, and then you can also change your shadow color. So if you wanted, let's look at what yellow. There you go. See what yellow would look like. So you can play around and do all kind of things with that. You can also, I really like this feature here called text curve. So if I hit yes and normal, all right, it looks like that. Although I don't like that shadow, so I'm going to take off no option, go back to just plain old black, just to show you what this looks like. All right, so that's normal, and your other choices are medium, and I don't think I'll have room for strong unless I would have to shrink this because my size, even though you see this down here below, my size that I'm working with is this purple area, okay? So of course I could shrink it if I wanted to do that strong of a curve. You can also reverse your curve. So look at what reverse looks like that. Okay. I'm going to go back to normal and see about making it larger again, a little bit bigger. Yeah, cute. Okay. All right. So those are some of the things you can do. Let's see what else the features are up here above. Background. You can change the background to a sort of a graphic like that, um, in place of a photo, which was over here, or in place of a solid fill over here. So there's lots to choose from again. I'm going to leave mine a solid fill for now, just for purposes to show this tutorial. Um, Next over here is clip art. This is where you can find all kind of little things that you can, right now they're just black, but you can always change the color with them as well. So something as simple as a swash. There's my swash. Or something, whoops, something like a sticker. Might have some fancy word art there. Okay. Let's go back and see what else we've got. All kind of different things. Christmas, dinosaurs, sports, so forth, so forth. The shapes. Shapes are good if you want just something that you could have, and you could put some text over the top of a shape. Let's see what else we have here. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, so all kind of things there. So that's your clip art area. I'm going to keep my swash for now, but I'm going to make it a little smaller. And whoops, I didn't mean to move that. So where's my undo button? Undo the last move. It's probably somewhere around here. If not, I'm just going to have to do it myself. All right, there it is. Now let me get to my swash. There it is. Okay. What else is here? Filters. If you chose a photo, you could do different things to your photo. Create filters for the photo. Invert the colors, emboss, grayscale. I'm sure you're familiar with some of those if you play around in social media. This is a really cool feature called poster or postcard. It allows you to add more if you wanted to, if you were creating a, fancy little announcement or something, not necessarily what I was creating with this banner example, but let's say you were making an announcement or a card or something to send out. You could add, I'll show you what it means. Add that, apply, and so it added like a border around my original stuff. So I'd have to resize things if I wanted to keep that. Let's make that a little smaller. I'm going to get rid of that swash. I don't really need it for this. You could also change it to label size 50%, or you can change it to whatever you want. Let's look at 20%, apply, and it was set to white, so it added that white area over there where you could always add more text or whatever it is you wanted to do, things like that. This is really cool. Down here below are transparency overlays. So say you created again, let's say it's a photo. I'm going to just get rid of all this stuff for now. Instead of a solid background, let's go back over here and do a photo. All right, I'm just going to pick that owl and hit OK. All right, so there's my owl, and because of my canvas size, it's stretched like that. Let's change my canvas size to, undo that. Let's make it, if I do it square, 633, enter. Whoops, I gotta hit resize. There's square. Okay, so that's not very good because the picture was not square. I'm sure there's probably a way that I could resize it to make it fit the actual photograph, but I haven't played around with it enough to do so. So I'm just going to eyeball it again and do, I can't remember, was it this side? Let's see what 800 looks like. Uh-oh. And it kept ratio because I forgot to uncheck it. So let's go back to 633 and resize. Okay, that's better. Okay, but the whole reason I was showing you this was to go back over here to this and show you how you could do an overlay. So you can have an overlay at the top, middle, or bottom. So I'm going to choose bottom. Right now it's a transparency of 50%. Let's look at what 90% would look like. Bottom, and was that 90? Let's look at what 25 would look like. Do I need to hit it to do it? Okay, well, there was that 90. It's a little slow. Let's look at what it would look like with maybe a white overlay with a transparency of 75%. What's that? There's that undo button I was looking for earlier. Let's see about what we do to get this going. Okay, let's do it again because it seems like it's delayed. Let's look at 90%. Let's look at 25%. Okay, interesting. Let's look at what it looks like in the middle. All right, and how do I get rid of that? Maybe I need to be undoing all this stuff that I'm doing. Woo! All right, didn't mean to do all that, but that's okay. I'm just showing you some of the features of this. There's a grid feature, as you can see. Move with arrow keys. I think that's about it. I think I've gone over everything. Going back in, let's look at a model. There's that owl. Let's look at something different. What's that say? Let's do OK. Loading the model. Please wait or cancel. 2, 1. All right, there it is. Cute. Okay. And so with this model, it has the text element there, a text element there, and look, there's that swoosh. And so you could delete those things, add your own things. You could go in and do that overlay. Let's look at that overlay. Let's put an overlay at the top in black with that transparency of 50. And that looks good. Then you could move your text elements wherever you want them or whatever. But anyway, I think that's about it, just to give you an idea. The more you play around, the more you'll learn how to use it and can do different things. One more thing about it that I did notice is you can also, of course, save your work before you go back home, but I don't need to since I was just playing around. But there, if you click right here, you don't even have to click. If you just hover over it, you will see all of these little tutorials here that you can go through. And so there's some really neat things that you could watch. Most of them are different little videos. A few of them are not a video, but the videos are very short. And it just shows you how you can use that design element in PicFont. Okay? All right, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.